if I can have your attention, please, before we start the meeting. Everybody ready? All right, good evening, everyone. Let's stand for the pledge. Where's Stephanie? All right, so good evening. Board President advised members of the audience that they may address the board regarding agenda items at the superintendent's report. Only those members whose names and addresses are listed on the sign-in sheet available prior to the start of the meeting will be recognized during new business. The chairperson will limit discussions of any item by the public to 3 minutes in order for the board to expeditiously conduct its business. I'm going to turn over to Mr. Manzo.
Thank you, Mr. Thorey. Good evening, everyone. Over the past few weeks, our district has been full of exciting end-of-year activities ranging from championships, scholarships, to honor society inductions. These accomplishments reflect the talent and dedication of our students, supported by our incredible staff and families. We'll hear a little more about that a little later tonight. I would also like to share that we held a successful district-wide evacuation drill last week. It was led by Dr. Bells and the safety team. Thank you, Dr. Bells. Thanks to the coordinated efforts of our security team, administrators, staff, and students, the drill went extremely well. Students knew what to do, where to go. Staff was very helpful. So thank you all that participated in that drill. You made it a really huge success. It's definitely surpassed our expectations. The last item I would like to share is that the district conducted a community survey regarding the governor's phone ban law. And based on the feedback, Dr. Bells will be forming a committee of parents and staff to help develop the policy that's required to be in effect by August 1st. The survey closed out on June 6th. At this time, I would like to turn the podium over to Mrs. Gallagher.
Very excited to be here tonight. I also see some of the Core 1 students here tonight that will be recognized for something different. The Core 1 students start their high school journey with Mrs. Eagleman. They come to the high school in 9th and are with her for 10th and 11th grade, where they have the opportunity to go out to the community 1 day a week to build their fourth readiness skills. When they come to the high school as seniors, they begin in Core 2. And they begin their extended classroom experiences 4 days a week. The opportunity to build hands-on experiences such as these are invaluable and possible only through the support of our community businesses. We are so grateful for the support, so much so that we needed 7 placements this year and wound up with 9. Party City was with us for many years, I think since 2014, and unfortunately had to close their doors this year, as well as Mr. Flore and his partner closed their laundromat. I know Steve is sorry to see us go, but we had 2 community businesses that stepped right up. Pat's Market took us on, and St. Mark's Thrift Shop took us on. Many of our businesses are here tonight with us to support our students and give us the opportunity to recognize them. Before I ask them to come up, the students always want me to tell you a little bit about how they feel about work. So I very briefly go through the students that are here tonight and let you know their thoughts. Riley works at South Shore Children's Center in Pat's Market. At South Shore, I work hard counting worksheets and deliver to classrooms. Miss Jackie and Sandy are really nice and keep us working. At Pat's, I work so hard doing inventory, checking the circulars so I can help customers. Mr. Rath keeps me working hard, fixing shelves. His work advice for all of you is stay busy and focus. Joseph is a senior this year and will be walking to graduation in a few weeks. He also works at Pat's Market and at St. Mark's Thrift Shop. He says Pat is a clean store and I level shelves and polish. The thrift shop helps people. I like working there to hang clothes and help people. Mr. Church is a kind and friendly man and helps me. Joseph's work advice is always keep trying. Jesse is also a senior and he's ready to put his cap and gown on and he will be exiting this year. He works at South Shore Children's Center and Applebee's 1 day a week and Lee's Auto Body 1 day a week. Jesse says his supervisors are helpful and always tells us to do our best. His advice is be happy, but follow directions. Nick will be exiting this year also. He works at Winter Center and thinks his supervisor, Julie, is helpful for whatever they need. At Lee's Auto Body, Nick says it's hard, but fun, and Gary teaches us to repair dents, but also discipline, and to take pride in our work. He's patient and smart. His advice is don't give up. Anthony A. works at Winter Center where he takes inventory, makes folders, takes drink orders for employees. He reports that Julie is always happy to see him. His work advice is be nice, be kind, pay attention to what you are doing. Anthony also works at the corporate source with Cody. We were so fortunate to build a new relationship this year. The corporate source provides people with disabilities well-paid, secure jobs throughout New York, New Jersey, Puerto Rico, and the Virgin Islands. I was able to meet with Katie Baudier and Michael Buckley last summer, and they took us on as their first high school interns working at the Perry B. Duryea, New York State office building. I think Cody's words sum this up best. Working at the New York State building is the best thing to happen to me in my life because they have great opportunities to hire somebody who has special needs. Michael is a great man who shows me respect and teaches me. Cody's advice, remember hard work is the core to success. Cody has the opportunity this year. He will have the summer off, but we are looking into placing him in a part-time position at a New York State office building. If Cody continues on that path into his future, he will have a job full-time with benefits. So congratulations, Cody. This seems like a great time to invite our community businesses up. So please come to the front to be recognized. We have Gary Teich from Lee's Auto Body. We have Anne-Marie LaRosa and Shannon Canfora from South Shore Children's Center. And Michael Buckley from Corporate Source. Special recognition to Teresa Rignanti. She is the president and CEO of the United Way of Long Island. Teresa heard about us through Gary Teich and has donated $1,000 to the core program. I'm proud to introduce our student interns for the 2024-25 school year. When I call your name, please come on up to the front. I have a little something to give you. Joseph Garrity. Cody Solomon. Jesse Lopez. Gennaro is not here tonight. Anthony Agresta. Okay, and very, very quickly, I would just like to go down a quick list of people that make this possible every day. Our TA, Donna Tuck. Our one-to-one our TA job coaches, Carly Dam and Jillian Ridente.
Miss Mahan. Miss Mahan. Miss Mahan.
Ready, guys? Everybody over here.
Hey, geez.
One, two,
Smile.
excellent. Thank you.
At this time, I'd like to ask Mr. Boone to come to the podium for the next recognition.
Hello? Hello. First of all, Mrs. Piccolo apologized for not being here tonight. She's on a senior trip in Hershey, and she sends her apologies. I would like to present a year in review of the School Business Partnership. For those who don't know what the School Business Partnership is, I hope you listen very carefully to our presenters. Generally, it's a program where students learn what the real world is about after high school. It consists of students and business professionals who formulate programs for the students to help find out what is out there for them in the business world. I've been part of the partnership for the past 4 years as a designated board member for the program and a business owner myself. I must say it's an amazing program, and the business owners get as much out of it as the students. For you business owners out there, we meet once a month on Friday mornings between 8 and 10 a.m. If you're interested, please reach out to me. I can fill you in with more details of this great program. Without further ado, I would like the following presenters to please come up. Bonnie Doherty. John Polito. Stephen Perez Sr. Stephen Perez Jr. Casey Krebs. Monica Miranda. If I failed to mention anybody that Mr. Piccolo said will be speaking tonight, please come up also. Okay. Ms. Doherty?
I'm nice and loud, so I'm going to put this over here so I can see everybody. Good evening, I'm Bonnie Doherty. I'm a Senior Vice President in Corporate Banking at Valley Bank, and I'm also a very proud resident of East Islip. I think what we're doing with this business partnership with the high school is among some of the greatest things that we have to offer in our community and for our children and for our future. I thank the administration, the board, and our incredible East Islip community for inviting us, the School Business Partnership, to this meeting to give us this opportunity to explain and showcase the impactful work we are doing in collaboration with the East Islip High School and Bridget LaPiccolo's team. The School Business Partnership provides for unique and valuable collaboration between our business community and students to provide support for our students as they plan for their transition beyond high school and explore options for their professional journey. Our group of subject matter experts brings a depth of experience and information from a wide variety of professional disciplines. Some of those include finance, myself, insurance, legal, law enforcement, mental health, medical, retail, information technology, graphic design, politics, automotive, real estate, construction trades, and I'm sure there's a few more that I've missed that are included in our group. How we go about sharing guidance is in a way that is comfortable for the students to interact with us and to get what they need out of the experience to help them make informed decisions. One of the fun ways we do this is via a speed career search. So you can see a picture on the slide, where we leverage the concepts and the platform of like a speed dating, but it's really designed to give the students exposure to over 20 different career options at that event. So the students are encouraged to bring their questions, but we know this can be intimidating and awkward. So professionals in the community come in with an enthusiastic approach with a focus on getting the students to be able to understand what it is that they're really interested in, and even more importantly, what they are not interested in doing for their future. So we pull this concept forward and change the setting with the Catch a Career Breakfast. So in this setting, it really mirrors a true professional setting where students are coached to dress to impress, dress for success, and we approach it in a realistic business networking atmosphere. Prior to the event, students are able to select their top 2 career choices, and then they are matched to several professionals in the field, where they are again encouraged to ask questions about the particulars of that career, what the pathing may look like, what the education process may look like, types of classes, types of colleges, what they're planning on doing, and ask us all those questions. At the same time, our professionals have the opportunity to get to know some of our students better, understand what they are looking for, and provide some meaningful direction. This year, I was fortunate enough to meet an outstanding student from East Islip High School that truly exemplifies for me the return on investment that we all want to see from our tax dollars deployed in education. We met Johan Toledo at that breakfast, and he very maturely articulated his experiences, how he got to this point in his career, and his desire to develop a career in finance. We offered our best advice at that breakfast, and then the most valuable part of our partnership is that we offered ongoing support by providing our contact information. And so the students can follow up if there's something they forgot or they wanted to say. And Mrs. LaPiccolo is very stringent in making sure the students are polite and express their gratitude appropriately. But this year, Johan's collaboration with us did not end there. So I will turn it over to Johan and let him share his student experience from Catch a Career.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Johan Toledo. I'm a senior in East Islip High School. And today I would like to share a little bit about my experience throughout the school business partnership programs. I'm gonna focus specifically about the Catch a Career Breakfast. That was the one that Mr. Darling just mentioned. So the Catch a Career Breakfast for me was more than just a breakfast. For me was a great opportunity to meet professionals that were related in the field that I'm interested in. And also it was a great way to put in practice my networking skills. And not just that, I got a great opportunity. I had the pleasure to meet Ms. Daugherty and Mr. Krebs. Ms. Daugherty was gracious enough to direct me to a scholarship that, with her guidance, I was able to win. So I want to give a special thank you to Ms. Daugherty to help me out with the application process. Now with that scholarship, I feel more financially stable to support my studies on Baruch College. And also in the Catch a Career Breakfast, I was able to meet Casey Krebs, who became my mentor for the Shadow Day program. On the Shadow Day program, he helped me to understand all about his career, everything. I had questions, he was helping me to understand everything better. He dragged me into the finance world, helping me to understand everything. And after the Shadow Day, I felt so much secure about what I wanted for my future. Now I know I want to pursue a finance career, and I will be doing it in Baruch College. And all these programs, all these events that this School Business Partnership has been running have been helping me to develop as a person and as a professional. And I would like to conclude by giving a thanks to Mr. Manso for all his support. Also, I would like to recognize Ms. Lopiccolo, who is not here today, but I would like to recognize her for all the effort she puts in these programs and for all the help that she has provided me. Thank you.
Junior?
Good evening, everyone. I'm Stephen Forey. I'm a junior at the high school, and the business partnership has been one of my most rewarding experiences in the high school throughout the past few years. Luckily, I am one of a few students who Mrs. Lopiccolo let join the business partnership early, so from my freshman year till my junior year, I have been able to experience all of the things that the business partnership has to offer. And what I'd like to talk to you guys about today is the mocktail party. I came into this my first year not good with my speaking skills, not good with my communication and meeting people. However, networking I know is definitely a big skill that I would need for my future. And Mrs. Lopiccolo has guided me throughout the last few years, and the business partnership has just been an absolute wonderful opportunity. So basically what the mocktail party is about is students got the opportunity to come in and learn how to greet and talk to a bunch of different business partnership professionals and talk about what they want to do in the future and further learn about their professions like Johan was talking about. It's just an absolute wonderful opportunity for students to gain those networking skills and speaking skills to the different professionals, which will help them not only in job interviews but for colleges and stuff like that. The mocktail party was definitely a success. This year was the first year we gave students bingo cards where if they got bingo, they could get bingo by talking to all different people. This way, they moved more around the room and practiced more networking, so that definitely worked out this year. For me, one of the most skills that I've gotten from the business partnerships so far is my ability to public speak and communicate and network, and I can't thank Mrs. Lopiccolo and all the business partners for that skill enough, because it's definitely helping me now, and I know it will definitely help me in the future as I continue to meet more and more people. So thank you to everyone for the amazing opportunity.
Our next presenters are Stephen Foray Sr. and Casey Krebs.
Good evening, everybody. Casey and I today are going to talk about the Mentor Me program that we both had the ability to participate with. My name is Steve Foray. I'm with Allstate Insurance, been in the community for 25 years, and it's been an amazing experience to be a part of the business partnership pretty much from day one when I first started. We're able to have some wonderful students come in and help us out, and one of the major programs that we do is the Mentor Me program. It allows the students to come into a workplace within the community for a day and mentor the entire group of what a person does from 9 in the morning or 4 in the morning or whatever time you get started until the end of the day. This year I had the incredible experience of being able to work with the senior Jack Ravano, and he wanted to be an entrepreneur. I don't know if he necessarily wanted to be in insurance, but since I do have my own agency, it's an entrepreneurial experience, and that's the direction I've gone. Casey, you want to tell a little bit about what you started with?
Yes, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Casey Krebs. I am a certified financial planner with Cetera Investors, an East Islip alumni. Most importantly, I'd like to thank the board, the administration, and the partnership and the community for having us here to speak tonight. It's been very, very humbling, and we're excited to do it. As part of the Mentor Me program, we've been invited to give students a real-life flavor of what it is that we do on a day-to-day basis. During my Mentor Me, this is the third year I've been part of the program, and during my Mentor Me day, specifically Johan and I spent the day together, and specifically in my practice we went through a case where we basically took a retiree through their 30-year retirement segment, and we went over all the academic research that encompasses something like that. But we also had lunch together, because in this field, in this industry, that's very important, building rapport with individuals, families, and relatives of those families. To extend that, before I give it back to Mr. Foray, there was a McKinsey study that came out not too long ago, and that study illustrated that in the field that Stephen and I are in today, 40% of the advisors in the next 10 years are going to be retiring. And of those 40%, they manage about 50% of the assets. So in other words, the next 10 years is going to be a huge wealth transition in who's managing that. And the students that are walking out of this school in the next 2 weeks are going to spearhead the future of that industry. So the Mentor Me program, although it's something that we're really coming in and inspiring students, they inspire us just as much as we inspire them. Thank you.
I'll finish up by just saying, I had the opportunity to have one student that definitely found out he did not want to be in sales or in insurance or an entrepreneur, so sometimes students get to find that out as well, just by seeing the everyday basics. But with Jack, what he had the opportunity to do is I got a hold of my HR department. We had someone from each department was able to go through the different job opportunities that were out there, and each one spoke to him. And at the time, he was kind of unsure where he wanted to go to college, but one of the gentlemen that spoke to him graduated from Binghamton, and that's where he decided to go, and it wound up being a great day. So thank you very much, everybody.
I'd like to call back Stephen Foray Jr. and Casey Krebs.
So the second thing I'd like to talk about tonight is STEAM Day, which is basically a program where all the different STEAM-related fields come together for a wonderful night and day here at the high school. It was a wonderful experience for me to see all of the different STEAM-related careers and all of the community come together at the night and the day. On STEAM Day, all the different elementary schools, as well as the middle school, came to the high school to see a little bit, not only a little bit about the high school and what it offers, all of our different STEAM programs here, as well as there were a few businesses showing, STEAM jobs, and getting that early exposure to children out there is definitely something we need. I was able to be with WFDK and Mr. Lackner, interviewing all the different participants, the business professionals, the students, and it was wonderful just to see everyone's joy that day, having fun at STEAM Day, getting to experience STEAM firsthand, and which is something I think is very, very important, because a lot of people don't know what they want to do, so that exposure to all the different fields, especially in the science, technology, engineering fields, all of that is very, very important. It gives students an idea of what they can expect in high school, what they can do in mathematics, science, something that is probably hard for most people, so it's definitely great to get that head start as well as to be in the high school. and I'd like to have Casey talk a little bit about what the business people did there.
Thanks, Steve. Appreciate that. And for those of you who are not familiar with STEAM Night, STEAM stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, Art, and Mathematics. And as Steve was mentioning, it's a time for our students, both from the high school down to the first graders. They get together and they really showcase their talents and what they've been working on in class during the school year. As a professional that was invited to STEAM Night, really my job, especially with my field, was to just get young children excited about the prospect of saving their money, right? Because, what's next after high school, right? We go to college, and what do we hear after college? We hear student debt, right? And there's a lot of positive to do with that. So it's really just getting children excited about money, excited about investing in not only, themselves, but their future. Again, big advocate for STEAM Night. It was the second time being able to attend that event, and as the years go on, we seem to have more and more participants, and the hope is that, even though the event might be a little different next year in a better way, we hope that we have more participants as well.
To call up Monica Miranda.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Monica Miranda. I'm the Human Resource Director at Suffolk Transportation Service. We are the company that transports the East Islip School students to and from home and school. We service over 24 different school districts, and we also provide transportation for the general public. I have been with the organization for 11 years and also an East Islip Business Partnership member for 11 years as well, when it started with Paul McHugh and now Ms. Bridget LaPiccolo. I have to say it's quite an honor to be here to discuss with you all the importance and significance of the Business Partnership Program and all the opportunities it provides to the students and as well as the business professionals. What I see here and what I admire the most is a very united community that cares about the children, their dreams, their aspirations, and the careers that they're going to look forward to in the future. Some of the things I wanted to talk about today is the Speakers Bureau. The Speakers Bureau primary purpose is to have suitable speakers of making connections of various backgrounds and connect that with the students. I recently did a Speaker Bureau opportunity with high school students here at East Islip and discussed the importance of knowing a second language. A little bit about my background: my mother's from Jamaica, my father's from Nicaragua. Raised with my grandmother, my first language I learned at home was Spanish. I took English as a second language class, kindergarten and first grade, and since then I've been grateful for being a bilingual citizen, where the importance of that in my career is that I can connect to more individuals. I can connect to my employees. I can communicate, and I can know various languages, and it has piqued the interest, natural interest I have within myself to travel and learn cultures of different backgrounds and different walks of life. The students who took French classes, who took Spanish classes, were very intrigued, very interested in knowing more languages, but asked wonderful questions. Questions like, if I were to choose a career in linguistics, what would that career be? Well, we have translators, we have coaches who train actors on a second language. So opportunities like that, where they ask questions about what could I do in the future with knowing multiple languages, what can I do, earning income and make a career out of it, is the start of everything. Because like our colleague said, once you graduate high school, if you choose to move on to college, what is your career choice going to look like? Now, I have not always chose HR. It wasn't my dream job, but it was the niche I found. Previous to that, I worked for the United States Secret Service for some years, and many people ask, why did you leave? And sometimes you know where your passion is. If you feel you're in a position where you're not challenged as much or it's not as exciting, what is your true nature? What's your call? And it's okay to make those decisions later on in life and have a different change for that purpose. If you're gonna do a job or you're gonna do a career, you wanna make sure you're happy within it. And that's my advice I give to all. Another thing I wanted to share about the Speakers Bureau is there are some upcoming events. And these events are great opportunities, not just for the students, but for the community itself, where you're able to meet individuals such as Stephen Forey from Allstate, and we also have Richard Scheinberg from Sunrise Counseling and Casey Krebs. These are opportunities where you get to learn a little bit more about their careers and the services that they provide. I strongly encourage attending the next upcoming event. And I appreciate the time today. Thank you so much.
All right, our last program that we're going to talk a little bit about tonight is our Department of Labor Work-Based Learning Program. This is an incredible program that we have with the New York State Department of Labor, and locally, Kitty Academy has partnered up with us in the last 3 years. We have 3 students, former students, that are now working full-time with them at Kitty Academy, just because they started here as a workplace learning. And then last year, we also had somebody that was working there during the program as well, and she's now working in there full-time, and there are actually 2 other students now working there as well, so hopefully the same thing will do. Basically, what the work-based learning program is the Department of Labor funds our student to work at a salary, and they let them work through the summer. That they'll be working with them, volunteering during the year, and then in the summertime they go in and they get paid to work through the Department of Labor. It's a program that they have. And the hope is that they enjoy what they're doing and they learn the job, and then they go on and they work full-time for that position after the summer is over. So that's what the work-based learning is about, and we've had some very successful candidates that have went through that, and we're hoping for more businesses to become involved with that as well. Thank you.
That concludes the program. I want to thank all the presenters here. And now we've learned a little more about the School Business Partnership. Special thanks to Bridget LaPiccola, who's retiring this year, but the program's going to move on. Thank you.
Once again, I'd like to thank our business partners. As I'm sure not many know, but being working collaborative with local businesses is going to become a state requirement through the Department of Education. So I am confident that East Islip is in a great place right now with the partnerships that we have. So thank you again for all you do for our students and our community. At this time, I'd like to have Mr. Steve come to the podium.
Good evening, everybody. At this time, I'd like to thank our Board of Education for their continued support for our athletic programs here in the district. Our Superintendent, Mr. Manzo, Dr. Bells, Dr. O'Rourke, Mr. Harrison, Mark Bernard, and the high school administration. Thank you for all of your support for our children and our coaches. Also, I would like to take this opportunity to thank Anthony Gagliano, Matt Kavanaugh, and Massimo from our buildings, excuse me, our buildings and grounds crew for running around and making this place as great as it can be. And we had many great things going on. And if you drove around the community, these fields were packed every single day. So thank you for all your support as well. As you may or may not know, we had a pretty impressive spring here. I'm going to just do a brief little recap, and then I am going to be calling the coaches and the teams to come up for their well-deserved recognition. I do want to take this opportunity to congratulate James Norby and Coach Skidmore and Coach Willie. Unfortunately, the Track Association has their awards night as well, but James Norby will be representing East Islip in the New York State Track and Field Championships this weekend in Middletown. So how about a nice congratulations. We had our first inaugural varsity girls flag football program here at East Islip, and it was very successful. Our baseball team was county champions. Our boys lacrosse team were county champions, and the softball team was county and the first ever Long Island championship. So congratulations. Yeah, it was very impressive. We had a very busy spring. And also, this is our second season of our unified basketball program, and we are going to be recognizing them as well. So how about a nice round of applause? I would now like to introduce Coach Suskin and the unified basketball team. So all of our players and helpers, if you can please come on front.
Good evening. I apologize if I sound stuck. I'm trying not to cry right now when I speak about them. I'd like to thank the Board of Education and administration for all of the support for the Unified Sports Program. I see you. In our second year, our students have shown a tremendous amount of growth throughout our season. It's an honor to coach these young men, and I'm so proud of them every day. Look at these guys. Come on. I want to thank the community and especially the parents of our athletes for all the support as well. Thank you to the boys lacrosse team for showing up to our games. Thank you. Flag football, girls flag football, thank you for showing up to our games. Amazing and heartwarming things that you'll ever watch. If you ever need to put a smile on your face, you come and watch this. It's a boost of serotonin every day. So, thank you to our partner players who are fantastic. I thank you. I could not say enough about you. You know I love you. Thank you. They deserve so much love. So if you'd give them a round of applause. I want to hold on, sorry. I have like a little plan. I have a little plan for our guys, our players here. Oh, it's not working. Riley Carrillo, get out of here. It's not working for me, sorry. Bobby Visconti, just Anthony Samaron have made it tonight. John Simeone. Anthony Bresta. Nick Leone. And then our partner players, we have Lucas Hilbert, Tom Buchanan, Matthew Tucker, Joe Marnillo, Kayla Tolt, and Sage Lyons.
Guys, come over back.
Oh, guys. Yep.
It is an amazing team, and if I'd like to echo what Coach Suskin said. If you have the opportunity to come and watch a unified basketball game, it is absolutely the best thing ever. No one's yelling and screaming at the kids, the officials. You can sit and watch and enjoy the game. It's great. So once again, how about a nice round of applause for our unified basketball team.
Hello, my name is Anthony Aguesta. I want to thank Coach Suskin, my teachers, and the volunteers for making this year a great basketball season. Coach Suskin taught us how to play basketball. She told us what to do, and she helped us score baskets, and she was a great soccer coach. She was nice, and I had a great basketball season this year, and I can't wait for next year. Thank you.
That's what this unified program is all about right there. Absolutely wonderful. Alrighty. I would now like to introduce Coach Scanoni and Coach Blyberg and our varsity girls flag football team.
I'm not really sure how we're ever going to top that, but I just want to give it a try. Girls, why don't you come on up? So I'd like to begin by thanking the Board of Education, Mr. Manzo, Dr. O'Rourke, Dr. Bells, and Mr. Restivo. Your leadership and support were crucial in launching our flag football program this year, and we are truly grateful. Because of your vision and commitment to expanding athletic opportunities in our school, our students are given a chance to be a part of something new and meaningful, and we thank you for trusting us and to represent our school and community in this exciting venture. In our inaugural season, we finished with a strong 11-5 record. While we didn't have the result we wanted in our last game, the growth we witnessed this year from the beginning to the end was truly remarkable. They showed resilience, commitment, teamwork, and it's something that a game they've never played before. Earning a spot in the postseason in our very first year was a major accomplishment. But this season was not just about competition, it was about building a tradition from the ground up. You girls laid a foundation of pride, accountability, and unity that we're excited to build upon in the years ahead. I know that with continued support, the girls' flag football program will grow into something that leaves a lasting impact on both our students and the school's community as a whole. So on behalf of the girls and us as staff, we want to thank you again for believing in us and making our dreams a reality. So thank you.
Alrighty, congratulations, ladies. That was a great season, and it was a pleasure to watch the games and you guys compete on the field. I would now like to introduce Coach Zumo and Coach Cox and our varsity boys lacrosse team, Suffolk County champions. Guys, come on up in front of the stage so you can be acknowledged and recognized.
First, I want to say thank you to Dr. Manzo, Dr. Bells, Dr. O'Rourke, and the school board for all their support this year. Throughout the playoffs and towards the end of the season, when the weather gets nice, it's nice to see everybody show up to the games and cheer the boys on. Thank you to all the people that work our games. I know that playing games at 6 o'clock is not fun, but it's for a reason, so the community members can come and enjoy watching these players play. 4 years ago, most of these boys started playing varsity lacrosse as freshmen. Over that time, they're 64-20 with a 74% winning percentage, 2 Suffolk County titles. This year, they're the most decorated individual award winners. There's 15 individual award winners on this team. That's almost 50% of the team walking away with some kind of hardware this year, besides the Suffolk County Championship. That is due to the fact that they have great parents and great support system in the school, a school that is obviously considered Title Town this year with all the success that they had. And having children in this district and going to watch every sport, it's amazing the bonds that we make as individual families, watching the baseball team, the softball team, the basketball team, the soccer team, the football team, etc. go through. It's truly amazing what these boys did, and what proves that is after the boys won their baseball county championship, they came and supported the boys lacrosse team that night. So that alone shows. So obviously there's 21 seniors here. We graduated 18 last year. We will replace, we really load, but these boys up here deserve every single thing that they got, and they're gonna have some great careers. So please make sure that you follow them along with their college careers, because along with the baseball, the softball, the football kids, you have some incredible athletes in this district. Just make sure you always support them. Thank you to everybody, and congrats, boys.
Alrighty, moving along, I would now like to introduce Coach McGowan, Coach Wallace, and Coach Martori, our varsity girls Suffolk County and Long Island champions. Come on down.
All right, thank you, Mr. Restivo. We'd like to thank all the administration, Mr. Restivo, Mr. Manzo, for attending all our playoff games, championship games. It was a ride. This wasn't the most talented group we've ever had, but they were the toughest and the most clutch. That's a good thing, by the way. Seriously, first of all, we have no seniors. You know, this is tough to do. We were in the toughest, most competitive league in Suffolk County, League 4, and to become champs in League 4 says something about this crew right here. So give it up for becoming league champs. It's great. And then we made the county final, we had to beat Smithtown West, who has a Division I college pitcher on the mound. We had to beat her twice, had to beat them twice, and they just beat us in the finals of the winners bracket. Beat them the first time by 1, correct? Came back last inning, and then got them a couple days later. My little 14-year-old threw a 2-hit shutout to win the Suffolk County title. And when you talk about resilience, grit, never giving up, no quit in this team. No quit. We've been down a couple of times in the playoffs. People think we're down and out. Nope, not to that last out. So tremendously, tough, mentally tough team, never giving up attitude. And then, Long Island Championship, first in history, man. I was 0 for 3 until last week, so I appreciate you guys getting me that first one. LIC champs. To be the first team in history, we put that work in. We start in September on our beautiful turf field. Put that work in the winter. These girls believe. We do the Special Olympics together. We do Christmas magic. We help the homeless. It's really a community event. I love these girls, and they're all in. They're all in, all 13 of them. And the best thing is, we have no seniors. That's pretty wild. So thank you, Coach Montori, Coach Wallace, for sticking by me, believing in me, and putting that work in. And a season to remember. That we made history, and I can't wait for next year. Thank you.
Alrighty, I would now like to introduce Coach Champion, Coach Pagger, and our varsity baseball team who are county champions. Please come on up, guys.
I'd like to thank everyone for coming out tonight. I'd like to thank administration and the board for having us here and honoring all the teams. Just echoing what everyone else said, it was a really great spring season, all the championships, and like I said, seeing the kids support each other, it really, really was something special. One of my lasting memories, like Coach Zumo said earlier, is when we came back from winning the county championship and all the baseball kids came on the field as lacrosse won, and to see the two teams kind of run at each other, they start hugging each other, some of the friends, and then taking a picture together, it just really showed what the community is all about, and it was, it's going to be a lasting memory, as I said. As far as our team, an unbelievable season. We won the 13th county championship in the program's history, and we set out, that was our goal this year. Everybody kind of had put a target on our back and knew that we were the best team in the county, so to be able to rise to the occasion and end up winning the championship says a lot about these kids. Their talent goes without saying. You win a championship, obviously there's a bunch of talent there. But what I would say is in the two sports, between the football and the baseball, I've now coached 48 seasons between the two. And I never enjoyed coaching a group of kids more than I enjoyed coaching this group. They're a special group. They'll go on, and some of the kids will go on and play baseball in college. But more importantly, every one of them are outstanding kids, students, and citizens, and they're going to go on and have a tremendous amount of success the rest of their life in whatever path they choose. So I want to thank you guys for making me look good this year, and the seniors that are moving on, good luck with everything, and juniors, you got big shoes to fill, but we're hoping to win another one next year. Thank you. Well, guys, guys, one.
Guys. Here.
Once again, as you can see, there are many amazing things going on here in the school district. Many of these kids will also be recognized as scholar athletes as well at Thursday at our awards night. Once again, I would like to thank our student athletes, our coaches. How about a nice round of applause for our parents as well? I know it's a journey, mentally, physically, financially, everything that you put in, but it pays off, and you can see how successful our students are. Once again, the Board of Education and our district administrators, thank you very much for a great spring season.
Thank you, Mr. Restivo, and congratulations to our student athletes and their families.
So I just want to take this moment before we continue on with the meeting to recognize one individual that has been part of the district for a very, very long time, provided many years of service, served here as the district clerk. So I want Stephanie Parker, please rise. Thank you all for it, please. Thank you, Stephanie.
That's all I have, Mr. Lord.
Thank you, Ms. Manzo. Is there public comments on agenda items only? Okay, not seeing any. Certified personnel, be it resolved that upon the recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools, the Board of Education hereby approves resignation, termination, leave of absences, position abolitions, employment appointments, tenure appointments, and salary changes in accordance with applicable provisions of education law and civil service law as cited in the certified person attachments. Can I get a motion? Motion.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Aye.
Good evening, everyone. Tonight, the East Islip School District is so proud to recognize a group of educators who have demonstrated exceptional dedication, professionalism, and a deep commitment to our students and school community. Earning tenure is a significant milestone that reflects years of hard work, growth, and meaningful impact in and out of the classroom. It is my honor to introduce the community to our newly tenured teachers and TA. And if I could ask you when I call your name to please come up to the front so we can take a picture. Gabriella Belvedere, Jacqueline Boonhagen, Kristen Fryer, Christiane Haram, Juliet Incandela, Lisa Chris, Serena Ruggiero, Helen Tingrotsky, James Tucker, Nicole Kremer, Taylor Stockert, and Cynthia Levine. Congratulations to all.
Non-certified personnel. Be it resolved that upon the recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools, the Board of Education hereby approves the resignation, termination, leave of absence, disposition, abolitions, employment appointments, tenure appointments, and salary changes in accordance with applicable provisions of education law and civil service law as cited in the non-certified person titles. Can I get a motion?
Motion.
Second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Does anyone need any items from the consent agenda? Consent agenda items 8.2 through 8.20. Be it resolved that upon the recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools, the Board of Education hereby approves consent agenda items 8.2 through 8.20 in accordance with the action presented for each item. Can I get a motion?
Motion.
Second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Scholarships, Suffolk Association of School Business Officials. Be it resolved that upon the recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools, the Board of Education hereby accepts a $500 donation from the Suffolk Association of School Business Officials on behalf of Stephen Harrison. This donation will be used to provide a scholarship to a deserving 2025 graduating student. Can I get a motion?
Motion.
Second. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Thank you very much, Mr. Harrison.
I'd like to once again thank the Board of Education Administration for continued support of my membership in the Suffolk County Association of School Business Officials, which results in a scholarship given annually to a deserving student. Thank you.
Thank you again, Mr. Harrison. Appropriation changes 2024-25 school year. Be it resolved that upon the recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools, the Board of Education hereby approves the attached list of appropriation changes for the 2024-25 school year. Can I get a motion?
Motion.
Second. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Old business. Anyone have any old business? New business, Dr. Bells?
Hi, the first item in new business is a college campus tour. Dr. Stanton is requesting approval to offer our 11th and 12th grade students the opportunity to tour colleges throughout the Northeast this coming fall. He's also working with Go Campusing College campus tours and will be looking to expand that trip offering at a later date for the New York colleges. The next item is a trip as well. Mrs. Rapico, a teacher in the World Language Department, is requesting approval for a trip to Spain in the spring of next year. This trip is a language immersion trip that will allow our students to use and practice their Spanish language skills in an authentic setting. And finally, the last item is a revision to our existing Board of Education membership policy. This revision incorporates an update required by law to include a student member in an advisory role to the Board of Education. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Bells. So I just want to take a moment to just mention to the community that the board is welcoming a student as part of the Board of Education starting with on July 1st, 2025. So Angel May, if you please could stand, we'd like to recognize you for a moment. We look forward to hearing from you concerning any concerns that the students have. Thank you very much. Anyone else have any new business? Public comments?
None.
Thank you, Steph. The next Board of Education regular business meeting and annual reorganization meeting will be held on Tuesday, July 1st, 2025 at 7 p.m. Can I get a motion to adjourn? Motion. Second. All in favor? Aye. Aye. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night.